Welcome back to the workbench, where uncut and unedited, I try to make things. And what I'm going to try to make now is a 71 Mach 1 Mustang, the Revell model kit. I've never been sure how to say that. Is it Revell or Revell? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to try to make this kit. Now, this is something new that I'm going to be doing, which is taking part in a group build. So I wanted to take part in Blue Ox Model Shop's Street Machine group build. This is the first time I've ever done this, so hopefully I'm doing this right. I hope I'm not goofing anything up here. The kit I chose was the 71 Mach 1 just because it's something I've never done. It's not even a car I really like, but I don't know. It just struck me the right way, and it's a nice looking model, and I thought it would fit the bill here, I guess you could say, doing the 71 Mach 1. Now, it does need to be a street machine, so I thought we'd do some upgrades to it. I don't know the right way to say that. Some modifications to it. So I did also pick up this Chip Foose Ford F-100 pickup, basically because I want the wheels, and I think I'm going to use the motor out of it too. It has a Roush motor in it. Let's see, you can kind of see it here. It has like a Roush motor. I think I'm going to try using this motor out of it and I'm putting that into the Mustang. But yeah, I wanted to take part in a group build. I thought this one sounded pretty cool. The Blue Ox Model Shop channel is a pretty cool channel. So I want to try to, I don't know if it's support or whatever, just be part of it, I guess I should say. But anyways, let's get to working on this. I've actually been kind of excited about doing this. So let's get the box lid off if we can. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just pull out all the parts here. Here's the body. We'll set that aside. Let's get the parts out of here. Yeah, we'll build this together it'll be a group build. It'll be a group of us doing the group build. Yeah, we'll do it all together here. And try to get it done. Sorry, I'm trying to find places to put things and losing track of my thought here. So yeah, anyways, let's get all the parts out. I did pull the instructions out earlier. I hope that's legal. Because I just wanted to check out, kind of take a look at what we're going to be working with here. And this actually has a pretty nice motor in it itself. So I think what we'll do, I think because it has like a coil. Yeah, but I probably want to put a different coil on it. I think we'll just build the motor out of, I should grab this box back. I think we will just use the motor out of the F-100. In fact, let me put these parts back. Let's go back to the F-100 because I think that's the first thing I want to try to put together is the motor itself, which will actually be out of this kit. So let's go ahead and get it out. See if we can start getting it prepped up. I'm going to put the decals all together over there. We are going to use the wheels and tires, I think, out of this kit too. Where are the wheels? Here are the wheels. So I kind of set those aside. I already started pulling some of this stuff out of the packet of the plastic. But it looks like this is mainly the motor tree here. So we'll, I think this is probably basically everything we need. Oh, something else I thought we would use, because these wheels don't actually have backs. What they have is where are they at? They have the brake, the brake rotors. Where are those at? Oh, they're here. Okay, they're on this tree too. So we'll probably be using the rotors and calipers out of this kit also, I think. Because that'll look good. Because the wheels on the Mach 1 you can't actually see through. They're just steel wheels with hubcap looking things. These you can see through, so we're going to need some rotors and calipers behind them there. So let's keep that. So I think this is everything we're going to be using out of this kit. So I can set this one aside now. But I think what we do, let's go ahead and just start working on this. Let's get to it. I'm going to pull the block apart. Go ahead and clip it. And I want to we have till December 31st to finish this. Now, don't worry. This build, I'm not going to drag this out to December 31st. We're going to try to get it done maybe in a month. Hopefully will be about what it'll take, but I do want to take my time and do it right. Like I want to do it right. I don't want to just slop it together. Let me grab my glue over here while we chit chat. So I will try to take my time, try to smooth out seams, try to make everything, I don't know, I guess as perfect as we can make it. is my plan. I want everything to look good. So I want to take my time putting this motor together. So let's go ahead and get it glued up. You notice I dry fit it first. Now see, like, point in case, we have some good seams going on here. Where are my clamps? Pull a few of these little clips and things over here that I can clip this together with. Yeah, we've got some good seams going on here. In fact, I forgot, I have a new camera, or hopefully this camera is working. If this camera is not working, I'm going to look kind of silly right now because I'm going to try to show these things to this camera. So I've got seams here. So I want to make sure and get these, get them glued nice and tight first of all. So put that on the very end there. That should be good. I need to clamp this together. Where are my clamps? Here they are. I tried to clean up after the last project. So I can actually find things this go around. It's kind of nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down the seam like so, just so we get a nice glue up. And then I will sand out and shave out these seams and fill in, if need to, these seams so we lose them. Because there's nothing more I hate more than having seams showing. You know what I mean? So we'll set that aside, let it glue up. And then what else? Let's see. I guess I could actually bring the instructions over. What did I do with the instructions for this one? I think they're down here. I know this is probably against the rules, actually using instructions, but I use them. I like to look and see what all we got going on. So here we can see, yeah, we've got a lot of decals that are going to go on here. So that's something that we've got to, I don't know which camera to show things to. So we've got the Roush decals and stuff that are going to go on the intake, the valve covers, the ends of the heads. Looks like that's the transmission cover, transmission plate there. So we've got decals, all has to go on that. So all that stuff's going to have to be painted up. But I think we can paint this. What color do we want to do the motor, I guess? They're saying I would think it'd be like aluminum or something. What color is... I guess we want to do it like a Roush motor, though. Yeah, aluminum metallic. They've got some... the valve covers are D. I think the Roushes had like black valve covers. Yeah, gloss black. So we'll need to paint those gloss black. The heads are aluminum. Oh, that's F. What is F? Probably like steel or something. Or it's just silver metallic. So the transmission thing's got to be painted a little bit of a different color. So what we can go ahead and glue up then is the heads. We can go ahead and get the heads on because they're all going to be aluminum. The intake, I'm assuming this is all... They're not even saying what color to paint them. I'm assuming it's all... Oh, here we are. The intake is aluminum A. So we can go ahead and get that stuff glued up. So let's do that. Because I like to try to paint as much as you can in one piece. So there's the intake. Where are the... That's the valve covers. Where are the heads? Oh, here they are. Go ahead and get them clipped out. I'm going to try to keep these episodes, I don't know, probably 15 minutes-ish. Because a lot of the painting and that kind of stuff I will do in between episodes. So y'all don't have to be bored with watching it getting painted. We've all seen stuff painted. We've all watched paint dry. Not exactly the most exciting thing to do in the world. Plus, I only have so much memory space on this camera, and I sure hope this camera is working. Otherwise, I look ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead and smooth these out while I'm at it here. So get that flashing, the extra sprue off there and any flashing. Clean all of it up. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the heads on. Usually, it's usually best, I've always found it best to glue the heads and the intake kind of at the same time because they fit off of each other. Generally, we'll see how these fit in this kit. I do think I want to get some. I was looking at some of the different sites for 3D printed parts and whatnot, and I think I do want to try to. I don't know, maybe do some extra little parts like coil packs and valve or spark plug wires and, try to do all the little extras too on this one if I can. Did this glue up? Can I pull this clamp or at least move it? Let me just move. Can I move the clamp? There we go. wonder if these heads, are they the same? I don't think it matters which one goes which side, does it? Hopefully not. At this point. Yeah, so they fit right on those. You got little runners there they fit on. But let me go ahead and get what did I do with, here it is. Let me get this cleaned up because I think I want to put them together kind of at the same time. And by the way, I'm going to do this build the same way I've been doing the other ones because there is going to be a lot of work, like I said, in between episodes. So when I say a lot of work, a lot of painting and just the mundane stuff. We'll come together and put things together. There's a lot of togetherness. There's a lot of togetherness on this channel. We're going to do it all together. But a lot of the stuff will be done in between episodes. So tomorrow, like the following day, I'll put out a YouTube short that kind of updates where we're at. So if you watch the YouTube short, you'll see the progress we made in between episodes, so that when we come back tomorrow for the uncut episode, like we're doing here, you're kind of up to date. Let's see. This is a Ford motor, so the distributor should go up front. Make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, the distributor should go up front. And then let's see. This does go. These are the. Make sure I always just want to double check I'm doing things correctly. Yeah, so this is going to go like this. I'm going to get the hair out of there. There we go. It's going to go here. And how are these going to fit together? Like so. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do actually is put in the intake fits in a very specific place. So let's go ahead and just glue up the intake, and then we'll put the heads in to it. So right here, like so. Distributor up front. It seems to be fitting pretty flat and snug. Okay, and then, yeah, what we'll do, I'm going to put in the heads before this dries up, before I can't move anything. I want to put in the heads, and then we'll kind of fit it all together. So it all fits together, if that makes sense, as a single unit here. Because when I was a kid, I used to like put the heads on or whatever, do it in the order the instructions would say. And then you'd end up with a gap in between the intake and the head. It looked real goofy. So I've gotten to where now I just try to get them all together while things are still wet and movable. So the glue hasn't dried up yet. And then see, now we can make sure it all fits up nice and tight. Yeah, that's too tight. I squeezed it too tight. Let's try again. That was awful. This is how the pros do it, right? Here. Get back on there. Okay. Put our intake the correct way around. There we go. Okay, get back. Okay, what's going on here? Why am I? This is literally step one. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's coming together nicely, nice and tight. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that. We don't have any gaps between our intake. Everything seems to be sitting right where it's supposed to. The heads are on the block where it looks like they're supposed to be. Okay, we'll let that glue up, and then, yeah, because I think that's going to get painted all aluminum. As far as I know, I think even the transmission will be aluminum. Yep. They have the carburetor aluminum also. I don't know if I want to put like a printed carburetor in more detail. What's the carburetor look like in this thing? How's it looking? I mean, this carburetor's not bad, I guess, but we can use that. They have it as aluminum. Our carburetors are usually, well, old Hollies and whatnot were kind of that gold metal color, whatever you call that. But if they wanted aluminum, we can do it aluminum. I might touch up the paint, but yeah, we'll paint it aluminum and then add some detail, I think. So let's go ahead and get this in place. I always like to dry fit it first, make sure nothing's goofy. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Just make sure I get it straight. Okay. And just I'm going to try to glue the edges of this recess like so. We'll put this carburetor can only go one direction. It's keyed, so it makes it easy for me. Just want to make sure it's nice and straight. Like so. All right. Nice. So I think that's a good start to the motor itself. So what I need to do now, obviously, is let this dry. I'll clean up the seams because we've got those seams going down the transmission and whatnot. So any seams that are showing, I'm going to clean those up. I don't want those. I know this is going to be in the car and you'll probably never see it. That's going to get covered by a pin. But I still, even if you can't see it, I still like to clean it up because then if you do see it, it's done. You know what I mean? It's no fail. You don't think it's going to be seen, and then you don't clean up a seam or something and it's visible. So I don't want that to happen. But I'll do all that in between episodes. I'll get this painted up. In fact, what I'll probably do is I'm going to get all the way through 2. I'll get all of the motor stuff painted up because I'm kind of hyped about doing this new build. I want to get going on it. So it would be no problem for me to get all this done. In fact, that can be glued in too. I'll go ahead and glue up the front here. Yeah, that can be glued in also because it's going to be aluminum. So I'll do that. I'll get all this ready to go between episodes. So tomorrow when we come back together, we can do the final assembly. And then, I'm going to leave the headers off, of course, because I don't know how all that's going to fit. I'm going to leave that distributor out because anything that I think I might do an aftermarket piece with, I'm going to leave it out of so the distributor I'll leave off. I won't install that as of yet. But anyways, I'll have this all ready for tomorrow so that when we get together, we can just start putting things together. And then once that's done, we're back actually working on the car that we're working on, which will be the 71 Mach, the 71 Mustang. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I hope this is a build that you're excited about, or is at least, partially as excited as I am about it. I'm excited to get going with this. I haven't done something like this and it's been a while now, right? We've been doing dioramas and stuff. Just to do a straight model car build is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to take part in the group build. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know down in the comments. Are you doing this group build? I want to make sure and go and check out everybody's videos or Facebook posts or whatever. I want to check it out. So let me know down in the comments if you're taking part in this. I hope I'm doing this all right. I hope I did it right. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. If you would. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm happy to correct what I'm doing wrong. As far as the group build goes. As far as the model goes too, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. But anyways, thanks for joining me. Leave me those comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Ring the bell. I don't know. Do all those things you do on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
This